On to question 20. Two math classes took the same quiz. The scores of 10 randomly selected students from each class are listed below. We have a bunch of scores. Based on the medians of the scores for each class, what inference could you make about the quiz scores of all students in Class A compared to all the students in Class B? So all the students in Class A and all the students in Class B. And then you have to explain your reasoning to justify your answer. Okay, this is a mess. Let's go to Class A. And we have 75, 80, 60, 90, 85, 8. Oh my gosh. They're not even in order. We have to find the medians, but they're not even in order. My goodness, what do we do? Well, don't fret. It's pretty easy to order these numbers. I know it takes a while, and you might be really tired at this time in the exam. You might have been, this is the, constructed response, so you're going to be going at this exam for 2 whole days before this, and then you get a tough problem like this, and you're like, oh my gosh. But just stick with it. You can put these numbers in order. There's nothing scary about this. Just take some scrap paper, write it down, figure it out, get them in order. And then we want to get the median. So the median is just, the number in the middle. So we cross them out. Cross out 4 on that side, 4 on this side. We have a median in between those two numbers. But that's okay. We know how to get the median of an even numbered number set. We just add them together, divide by 2, get the average of the two numbers in the middle. So it's 80 plus 75 is 155 divided by 2, and that'll be 77.5. You have a calculator on these problems to help you anyway. And I know it's 77.5 because the distance between 75 and 80 is 5, so the half of that is 2.5. So I add 2.5 to 75. That's an easy way to do it. I get a median of 77.5. Same thing with Class B. Let's just go to work. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so the median is between those two numbers, and they're both 90. So the average of 90 and 90, you can do it out if you want to. 180 divided by 2. Obviously, it's going to be 90. Okay, so that wasn't too tough. We have the medians for Class A and for Class B. And now we just have to, make an inference for what the quiz scores of all the students would be in those two classes. I don't know why they only give you 2 lines, because you're going to need more than that. But you have a whole big piece of paper to work on, so you'll be fine. This is my answer. I think I get all the points. That's possible. But let's just go through it. Okay. I say the median score of Class A, of the Class A sample, right? It wasn't the median score of everyone in Class A. We just had a sample. So the median score of Class A sample was 77.5. The median score of Class B sample was 90. Based on this data, I infer, remember, I use the same words the question used, so I'm sure I'm answering the exact question asked. I infer that the quiz scores of all students in Class A were on average higher than the average quiz score of all students in Class B. And that makes sense, right? We're going to say on average, all the students in Class A did better than the average of the quiz scores for all the students in Class B. We want to use the word all students because that was in the question, but it's not that every single student in Class B did better than every single student in Class A. I mean, some students in Class B, maybe I said that the other way around, but the point is not every student in Class B got a higher score than the students in Class A. So we have this student in Class B got a 75, and other students got higher scores than a 75. So you can't say all the students in Class B scored higher just because the median score in Class B was higher. It's all on average scored higher. And rewind that and listen to it again if you're confused or if you didn't get it, because it's an important point. It's not that each and every student in Class B scored higher than each and every student in Class A. It was that the average of all the students in Class B, we can infer scored better than the average of the students in Class A. And it says, explain and justify your reasoning. So I can actually do that. I'm not afraid to do that. I'll just write another sentence. The mean score of the sample and the mean of the entire groups are both measures of central tendency. You should know what that means for the data sets, and each should accord with the other. So all that is saying, and it's kind of like academic-y words, but all that basically says is that you have the median score of the sample, and you can infer that the average of all of them are both going to tell the same story. And the story they tell here is Class B did better. Good job, Class B. And we're good.